Are you tired of sitting around, waiting for the perfect moment to start? Do you feel stuck, like you're not moving forward no matter how hard you try? It's time to stop hesitating and start taking action. The truth is, nothing changes if you don't make it happen. You have the power to build the life you want, but it all starts with one simple choice. Get up and get things done. Stop waiting for motivation to hit. Stop making excuses. It's time to take control of your life. Every minute you waste is a minute you could have used to get closer to your goals. In this video, we're diving into how to take massive action, push through discomfort, and stop letting fear hold you back. Stick with me and let's turn your dreams into reality, starting right now. Number 1, wake up early and take full control of your day. You want to know the secret to getting things done, to pushing through the hard days, to making progress when it feels like the world is pushing back. It starts right here, right now, with one powerful, simple choice. Wake up early and take control of your day. We all know how easy it is to hit the snooze button, to roll over, pull the covers up, and stay in the comfort of sleep. It feels good for a moment, but that moment fades away quickly, doesn't it? You wake up feeling like you've wasted precious hours you'll never get back, and then the rush begins. The day gets away from you, and before you know it, it's over. You're left looking at the clock, wishing you had done more, accomplished more. You might even feel guilty or frustrated, asking yourself why you didn't do what you know you should have done. But here's the truth. You have the power to take control. You have the ability to make a choice every single morning, to either stay in bed or rise up and seize the day. It all starts with getting up early. Waking up early is a choice. It's the kind of decision that separates those who achieve their goals from those who continue to dream about them. It's the kind of decision that puts you in charge of your life, instead of letting life run you over. When you wake up early, you're already ahead of the game. While the world is still asleep, you have time to set your intentions, plan your day, and prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for the challenges ahead. This isn't about working yourself into exhaustion or running yourself ragged. No, this is about taking the time to focus, to be deliberate in your actions, and to prioritize what matters most. Think about it. When you wake up early, you give yourself the gift of time. Time to think, time to reflect, time to get your mind in the right place. It's a quiet time, a time when you're not distracted by the noise of the world. You can plan your day with intention, set clear goals, and move forward with purpose. You don't need to rush. You don't need to feel behind. You have the time to breathe, to think, to focus. And here's something most people don't realize. The way you start your morning sets the tone for the entire day. If you start your day in chaos, it's going to be chaotic. If you start your day rushed, you're going to feel rushed. But if you start your day with intention, with calm, with focus, then that's the energy you're going to carry through the rest of your day. That's the power of waking up early. Now, I know there are going to be days when you're tired, when you don't feel like getting up. But here's the key. Getting up early isn't about how you feel in the moment. It's about the future you want to create. Your future self is counting on you to make the tough decisions now, to show up and do the work when it's hard, when it's uncomfortable, when you'd rather stay in bed. And trust me, your future self will thank you for it. I want you to think about this for a moment. Imagine what it would be like if you woke up every day with a sense of purpose, with energy and with clarity. What if you didn't waste time in the morning wondering what to do next? What if you already knew exactly how you were going to spend your day? Imagine how much more you could accomplish, how much further ahead you'd be. You wouldn't just be reacting to life, you'd be taking control of it. That's the power of waking up early. It's the power of taking full control of your day before anyone else gets a chance to take control of it for you. And I know some of you are thinking, but Jim, I'm not a morning person. I've tried waking up early before, and it doesn't work for me. Let me be clear. This isn't about being a morning person or not. This is about discipline. This is about choice. And this is about commitment. You don't have to be a morning person to wake up early. You just have to be someone who is committed to doing what it takes to get where you want to go. If you want success, if you want to build the life you've always dreamed of, then you have to be willing to make sacrifices. And one of the most important sacrifices you can make is that extra hour of sleep. It's tough at first. but it gets easier, and the benefits far outweigh the discomfort. It's about building a habit, a powerful habit that will change the course of your life. Once you make waking up early a consistent part of your routine, it becomes a natural part of who you are. It's no longer something you have to think about. You wake up, you get up, and you take control. Now let's talk about what you do once you're up. The moment your feet hit the floor, it's time to set the tone for your day. Start with gratitude. Take a moment to reflect on what you're thankful for. Because when you start your day with gratitude, you shift your mindset into one of abundance, not scarcity. You're not waking up thinking about what you lack or what you don't have. You're waking up thinking about what you do have. Your health, your family, your opportunities. Gratitude is a powerful tool. It primes your mind for success. Next, take a few minutes to focus on your goals. What do you want to accomplish today? What is the one thing that will move you forward toward your bigger vision? Write it down. Make it clear. Don't just think about it. Make it real by putting it in writing. This simple act of writing down your goals gives you a roadmap for your day. It's no longer about wandering through your day, reacting to whatever comes your way. Now you have a clear path forward. But it doesn't stop there. You need to fuel your body and mind. Whether that's a workout, a healthy breakfast, or reading something that inspires you, take care of yourself physically and mentally. A strong body and a sharp mind are the foundation of success. If you neglect either one, you'll find it harder to stay focused, to stay motivated, and to get things done. So take the time to take care of yourself. You're worth it. I can't stress this enough. You're building a habit that will shape the rest of your life. What you do in the first hour of your day determines how the rest of your day will unfold. The first hour is the most important hour of the day. So take it seriously. Treat it with the respect it deserves. Once you've set your intentions, focused your mind, and fueled your body, it's time to go to work. And here's where most people fail. They don't take action. They get distracted. They get sidetracked. They make excuses. But not you. Not anymore. You're committed to getting things done. The key is to take massive action. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for the right time. The right time is now. You may not feel like it. You may not be in the mood. But success doesn't wait for anyone. And neither should you. Remember, progress is made by consistent action, day in and day out. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing something every day. And that starts with getting up early and starting your day with purpose. So the next time your alarm goes off, don't hit snooze. Don't waste another minute of your life. Get up, get moving, and get things done. Take control of your day. Take control of your life. And watch how everything begins to shift. Because when you take charge of your mornings, you take charge of your future. And trust me, your future is worth the effort. Let's not waste any more time. Get up and get shit done. Number 2. Eliminate distractions and focus on what truly matters. We live in a world that is constantly pulling our attention in 1,000 different directions. There's always something demanding our focus. A notification from our phone, an email that needs responding to, a conversation with a friend, or an endless list of tasks that never seems to stop growing. All of this noise can make it incredibly difficult to concentrate on what truly matters, on the things that will move us forward and bring us closer to our goals. But here's the reality: if you don't take control of your focus, you will forever be at the mercy of these distractions. You'll spend your days reacting instead of acting, letting life push you around instead of pushing life forward. And that's no way to live if you want to achieve anything meaningful. The first step in eliminating distractions is acknowledging them. You've got to recognize that they exist. You can't ignore the fact that your phone keeps pinging, or that the TV is calling your name. But here's the thing. Just because something is happening doesn't mean it's important. Just because someone is trying to get your attention doesn't mean you have to give it to them. It's about deciding what matters most to you and giving it the focus it deserves. I want you to think about the most important thing in your life right now. Maybe it's building your business. Maybe it's finishing a project. Maybe it's improving your health or strengthening a relationship. Whatever it is, that's where your focus needs to go. And everything else, it needs to take a back seat. The power of focus is incredible. When you give something your full attention, amazing things happen. Your mind sharpens, your actions become more effective, and your progress accelerates. But when you're scattered, when you're trying to do 100 things at once, you're not giving anything your best. You're dividing your energy, your time, and your effort. And the result is mediocrity. And let's be honest, distractions aren't just external. They're internal too. Your mind has a way of wandering, of pulling you into worries, doubts, and fears. How many times have you tried to focus on a task, only to find yourself thinking about something unrelated? You might be sitting at your desk trying to work, but instead you're thinking about what you're going to have for lunch, or about something that happened last week. Your focus slips away, and before you know it, hours have passed with little progress made. So how do you eliminate distractions and sharpen your focus? It's all about discipline and creating an environment that supports your goals. The first thing you can do is set clear intentions for what you want to achieve. When you know exactly what you're working toward, it becomes easier to stay on track. You need to be crystal clear about your priorities. What is the most important thing you need to do today? What task, if completed, will move you closer to your ultimate vision? When you identify this, you can eliminate anything that stands in the way. One of the most effective ways to stay focused is to create a designated workspace that is free of distractions. This doesn't mean you need a fancy office. It simply means you need a space where you can focus and do your best work. A place where your mind can be at ease, knowing that this is the space for productivity. If you're constantly jumping between the couch, your kitchen table, and your bed, it's going to be tough to get into a focused mindset. Your environment should be a reflection of your goals, a place that encourages you to work, to create, to move forward. Next, let's talk about time. One of the biggest distractions we face today is the endless supply of things that want our attention. Social media, emails, notifications, phone calls, and the list goes on. If you don't set boundaries, you'll find yourself wasting hours on things that don't contribute to your success. The solution: time blocking. Set specific times for checking your email, scrolling through social media, or talking to friends. Make these tasks part of your day, but don't let them invade your productive hours. Protect your time like it's the most valuable resource you have, because in reality it is. Another key to eliminating distractions is to learn how to say no. Most people don't realize how many distractions they allow into their lives because they don't have the courage to say no. But the truth is, you don't have to say yes to every request, every invitation, or every opportunity. If it doesn't align with your goals, if it doesn't move you forward, then it's just noise. Saying no is not being rude or selfish. It's being disciplined enough to protect your time and focus. And let's not forget about the importance of mental clarity. To focus effectively, your mind has to be clear. If your mind is cluttered with worries, stress, or unnecessary thoughts, you won't be able to focus on what's important. This is where mindfulness and meditation come into play. Taking just a few minutes each day to clear your mind, to breathe deeply, and to reset can make a huge difference in your ability to focus. When you're calm, centered, and mentally clear, it becomes much easier to stay on task and make progress. Now, some people might tell you that multitasking is a skill, that being able to do several things at once is a sign of efficiency. But here's the truth: multitasking is a myth. Studies have shown that our brains are not designed to focus on more than one thing at a time. When you try to do too many things at once, you're not really getting anything done. You're just bouncing between tasks, and in the end, you've accomplished nothing meaningful. If you want to get things done, focus on one task at a time. Give it your full attention, and when it's done, move on to the next. You'll be amazed at how much more you accomplish. Let's talk about the power of saying no to the small distractions. You know what I'm talking about, the little things that pop up throughout the day. Checking your phone for no reason, scrolling through social media, engaging in pointless conversations. These things are subtle, but they add up. They steal your time, your energy, and your focus. They pull you away from the things that truly matter. And if you're not careful, you can spend your entire day chasing after these small distractions, only to realize that you've made no real progress. Every time you choose to focus on what's important and ignore the distractions, you're building your discipline. Discipline isn't something that happens overnight. It's a muscle that gets stronger the more you exercise it. When you say no to distractions and yes to focus, you're training your mind to stay on track, to ignore the noise, and to stay committed to your goals. Here's something else you might not have thought about. Distraction is often a form of procrastination. It's easier to scroll through social media or check your email than it is to dive into the hard work that will get you closer to your goals. It's easier to get distracted than to face the challenge. But here's the truth. Avoidance will never get you where you want to go. If you want to make progress, you have to face the work head on, and that requires focus. You can't afford to let distractions pull you away from what matters. Distractions can be loud and persistent, but your focus can be even stronger. It doesn't take a superhuman effort to eliminate distractions. It just takes commitment. It takes the willingness to create a life that is centered on what matters. It takes the courage to say no to the things that aren't aligned with your goals. And it takes the discipline to stay on task, to focus on the work that will move you forward, and to block out everything else. I want you to commit to this right now. Eliminate distractions. Cut out the noise. Give your focus to what matters. Your goals, your dreams, your vision. These are the things that deserve your attention. They're the things that will take you where you want to go. Distractions are nothing but roadblocks, keeping you from reaching your full potential. You don't have time for them. You don't have the luxury of wasting time on things that don't matter. When you focus, you accomplish. When you stay on track, you make progress. And when you eliminate distractions, you unlock your true potential. The power to succeed is within you. Now it's time to eliminate the distractions and focus on what truly matters. The life you want is waiting for you. All it takes is the discipline to stay focused and keep moving forward. Number 3, set clear goals and attack them with full force. Most people wander through life without clear goals. They wake up, go through the motions, and do what they have to do to get by. But there's a big difference between just getting by and truly living. When you don't have clear goals, you're not steering your ship. You're at the mercy of the tides. You can't direct your life if you don't know where you want it to go. Without goals, you're merely a passenger, and the journey becomes nothing more than random events stacking up against one another. The truth is this: if you want to achieve anything meaningful in life, if you want to make an impact, you need to set clear goals. And not just any goals. Goals that ignite your passion, that make you jump out of bed every morning, excited to attack the day. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. What does that even mean? What does success look like to you? How will you know you've reached it? These are the questions you need to answer before anything else. Setting clear goals isn't just about deciding what you want. It's about understanding why you want it. Your why will be the fuel that drives you, especially when the road gets tough. There will be moments when you want to give up, when the obstacles seem too great, when the distractions seem to win. But it's your why that will remind you of your purpose and keep you pushing forward. Your goals need to align with your values, with what truly matters to you. Once you've figured out what you want and why you want it, it's time to attack. A goal without a plan is just a dream. It's not enough to say, I want to be in better shape. What does that mean? Does it mean losing 10 pounds? Running a marathon, getting stronger in the gym? How are you going to achieve it? A goal without an action plan is as good as a wish. You need to break it down, step by step, and commit to doing what it takes to get there. Start by making your goals specific. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, break that down into measurable actions. What exactly does success look like? Does it mean building a business? What's the first step? How much money do you need to make? What are the daily actions that will bring you closer to that success? Without this clarity, you're just chasing after something vague, something that's not grounded in reality. Specificity creates focus. Focus creates action. Action creates results. But don't stop there. You also need a deadline. Goals without deadlines are just wishes. You need to give yourself a timeline for when you will achieve your goals. This urgency forces you to act, to push harder, and to make better decisions. The longer you drag out your goals without deadlines, the easier it is to let them slip into the background. You're not going to achieve anything if you don't set a clear time frame for it. A deadline holds you accountable, forces you to keep moving, and pushes you to make the most of your time. Now, when I say attack your goals with full force, I don't mean half-hearted attempts. I mean relentless focus, unwavering determination, and giving everything you have. Too many people set goals, but they don't give them the energy or attention they deserve. They get distracted, they procrastinate, or they get discouraged when things don't go perfectly. But here's the reality. Success is not a straight line. It's messy, unpredictable, and full of setbacks. But that's the beauty of it. Because when you push through those setbacks, when you refuse to back down in the face of adversity, you develop resilience. You grow stronger. Attack your goals like they're the most important thing in your life. Because honestly, they should be. This doesn't mean neglecting other areas of your life. But it does mean prioritizing what truly matters. Every successful person in history has had a singular focus, a burning desire to achieve something. And they went after it with everything they had. That's what made them great. Now you've got your goals, your why, and your action plan. But let me tell you something that's often overlooked. You need to be prepared to make sacrifices. If you're going to achieve your goals, there are going to be times when you'll have to say no to things that don't align with your vision. You'll need to let go of bad habits, unhealthy relationships, and distractions that are holding you back. Sacrifice isn't easy, but it's necessary. You can't move forward without leaving something behind. I want you to think about the sacrifices that need to be made for you to reach your goals. What are you willing to give up? Maybe it's the extra hour of sleep in the morning so you can get up and work on your dream. Maybe it's cutting out the time you spend on social media so you can focus on building your skills. Maybe it's saying no to social events so you can stay focused on your health or your business. The truth is, every success story involves sacrifice. It's about making choices, difficult, uncomfortable choices that move you closer to your goals. But here's the thing. When you commit to those sacrifices, when you make the tough decisions to stay on course, the rewards are far greater than anything you gave up. You'll look back and realize that what you gained, the growth, the success, the sense of fulfillment, was worth every sacrifice. But you can't get there without pushing yourself, without giving everything you've got. That's what it takes to achieve your goals. But here's the thing that a lot of people miss. It's not just about what you do on the outside. It's about what you're doing on the inside. It's about the mindset you cultivate. You see, setting goals is easy. It's the execution that trips people up. It's the consistent action day in and day out that separates the achievers from the dreamers. The people who succeed are the ones who show up, even when they don't feel like it. They show up when it's hard, when they're tired, when the results aren't coming as fast as they'd like. They keep showing up because they believe in their goals. They believe in themselves. Your mindset is the foundation for everything you do. If you don't believe that you can achieve your goals, you won't. It's as simple as that. You've got to cultivate a mindset of possibility. You've got to believe that what you want is possible for you. Because if you don't believe it's possible, you'll never take the necessary actions to make it happen. So develop that unshakable belief in yourself. When you believe, the world opens up, and you see opportunities everywhere. And as you go after your goals, remember this: success is not a destination, it's a journey. The more you focus on the process, the more rewarding the journey becomes. Don't wait until you arrive to start celebrating. Celebrate every small victory along the way. Each step forward is a victory. Each action taken brings you closer to your goal. So recognize your progress, appreciate the effort you're putting in, and keep going. As you continue to attack your goals with full force, you will encounter challenges. There will be setbacks. But don't let those setbacks define you. Don't let them stop you. Use them as fuel to keep moving forward. Failure is just a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. Don't fear failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep pushing. You are capable of more than you know. Your potential is unlimited, and the only thing standing between you and your goals is the decision to go after them with full force. So set your goals, get clear on your vision, and then attack them relentlessly. Make no excuses. Leave no room for doubt. Do what it takes, no matter how hard it gets. Keep your eyes on the prize and your feet moving forward, because in the end, that's what it takes to succeed. Number 4, stop making excuses and start making real progress. Excuses are the silent killers of progress. They sneak into our thoughts when we're not paying attention, telling us that we can't do something, that it's too hard, or that we don't have enough time. They convince us that we're too busy, too tired, too overwhelmed, or too young or old to start. But in reality, every excuse is just a barrier we've put up to avoid doing the work. Every excuse is a lie we've chosen to believe. Here's the truth. If you want to make real progress in your life, You have to stop making excuses. Excuses don't help you grow. They don't bring you closer to your goals. They don't get you any closer to the success you want. All they do is hold you back. It's that simple. The more you make excuses, the further away you get from the life you're capable of living. You've heard it a million times. You can't change your circumstances, but you can change how you respond to them. And that's the truth. Life will never be perfect. You'll never have all the time in the world. You'll never have all the resources you think you need. And you'll never have the perfect situation to start. If you keep waiting for everything to be just right, you'll be waiting forever. So stop waiting. Stop making excuses. You can always find a reason to put things off, to delay, or to avoid doing the hard work. You can find a reason not to start that workout today, not to write that chapter today, not to pick up that phone and make that call today. But at the end of the day, every excuse is just a way to avoid what you know you need to do. And the more you let those excuses control you, the more you let them dictate your life, the more time you waste, time that you'll never get back. You have to understand something about excuses. They're not based on reality. They're based on your perception of reality. When you say, "I don't have time," it's not because you don't have time. It's because you're choosing to prioritize other things over what really matters. When you say, "I'm not good enough," it's not because you lack the ability. It's because you've convinced yourself that you're not capable. These excuses are rooted in self-doubt, fear, and insecurity, and they'll continue to hold you back unless you make a conscious decision to stop believing in them. So how do you stop making excuses? The first step is to own your life. Take full responsibility for where you are right now. Everything in your life is the result of the choices you've made up until this point. Your job, your health, your relationships, everything is a reflection of the decisions you've made. When you realize this, you stop blaming others. You stop making excuses for why things haven't worked out, and you start taking ownership. You take control of your future because you know that the only person who can change your life is you. Once you own your life, the next step is to change your mindset. You have to stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances. Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Yes, things will go wrong. Yes, you'll face challenges, but every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a chance to learn, and every failure is a lesson that moves you one step closer to success. When you stop making excuses, you stop looking for reasons not to do something. Instead, you start looking for reasons to take action. You stop worrying about all the things that could go wrong, and you start focusing on the one thing that you can control: your effort. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect set of circumstances. It's about showing up, doing the work, and moving forward, no matter how imperfect the situation is. Now, I know that sometimes it feels overwhelming. I know that it's easy to feel like there's too much to do and not enough time to do it. But the key to making progress is to take small, consistent steps. You don't have to do everything at once. Just focus on the next step. And when you complete that, focus on the next one. Keep going. Keep making progress, no matter how small, because small steps, taken consistently, add up to big results over time. One of the biggest excuses people make is that they're too busy. But let's be honest, everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they use that time. We all have the same amount of time, but some people spend it in ways that bring them closer to their goals, while others waste it. The key is to eliminate the things that don't matter and focus on the things that will move you forward. Take a look at how you're spending your time. What are you doing that isn't getting you closer to your goals? Maybe you're spending too much time on your phone scrolling through social media. Maybe you're watching too much TV or hanging out with people who don't support your vision. Maybe you're procrastinating, telling yourself that you'll start tomorrow, next week, or next month. The truth is, you can't afford to waste time on things that don't serve you. Time is precious, and every day you waste is a day you'll never get back. Start prioritizing your time. Start focusing on the things that matter most. You don't have to do everything at once, but you do need to be intentional about how you spend your time. If your goal is to get in better shape, make time for exercise. If your goal is to build a business, make time to work on it every single day. The most successful people don't have more time than you. They just use their time better. Another excuse people make is that they're not good enough. They say, I don't have the skills, the experience, or the talent to succeed. But here's the thing. You don't have to be perfect to start. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be the best right out of the gate. The truth is, everyone starts somewhere. The people who succeed are the ones who don't let their lack of experience hold them back. They take action, learn as they go, and keep improving. You're not going to get everything right the first time, and that's okay. It's all about learning, growing, and improving every single day. Every mistake is a lesson. Every failure is a stepping stone. So stop letting fear or self-doubt stop you from taking action. You'll never get anywhere if you wait until you're perfect. Progress, not perfection, is what matters. Now let's talk about the excuses that come from fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. These fears are natural, but they don't have to control you. Fear is just a feeling, and it doesn't have to stop you from doing what needs to be done. Every successful person has faced fear, but they didn't let it stop them. They acknowledged it, pushed through it, and kept going. And that's what you need to do too. When fear shows up, don't run from it. Embrace it, use it as motivation to keep moving forward. The more you face your fears, the less power they have over you. Every time you take action despite your fear, you become stronger, more confident, and more capable. At the end of the day, making progress requires action. No more excuses. No more waiting for the perfect moment. No more feeling sorry for yourself. It's time to stop talking about what you're going to do and start doing it. Make the decision right now to take full responsibility for your life. Commit to making progress, no matter how small, and remember, excuses will always be there. But so will your goals. If you're willing to push through, stop making excuses. Start making real progress. Number 5, take massive action and refuse to stay stuck. It is the difference between wanting something and actually achieving it. If you've been feeling stuck, wondering why things aren't changing, it's because you're not taking enough action. It's time to get serious. It's time to move beyond the planning and into the doing. Every goal you have requires action. No goal, no matter how big or small, is achieved without effort. There's a common misconception that success happens in some grand moment of luck or destiny. It doesn't. Success is built through consistent, focused effort. It's built through massive action, day after day, step by step. The problem most people face is the tendency to get stuck in the cycle of planning, preparing, and waiting for the perfect moment. But that perfect moment will never come. You have to stop waiting for everything to line up just right before you take the first step. If you wait until you feel ready, if you wait for the stars to align, you'll never make progress. You can't think your way into action. You can only act your way into success. Action is the antidote to fear, doubt, and indecision. Every time you take action, you push past your fears. Every time you move forward, you strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed. And with each step, the road becomes clearer. But you have to move. The key to breaking free from feeling stuck is to take massive action in the direction of your goals, even if you're unsure of the outcome. That's how you break free from the chains of inaction. You'll never know everything you need to know at the beginning. You'll never have all the answers, and that's okay. The process of achieving anything worth having requires learning, adapting, and evolving as you go. But you can't learn anything by standing still. You can't grow by overthinking and waiting for the perfect conditions. You grow by doing. Massive action doesn't mean running around like a headless chicken, jumping from one thing to the next without a clear direction. No, massive action is deliberate. It's about being fully committed to your goal and willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. It's about pushing through the resistance that comes with fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's about taking steps every single day to move closer to where you want to be. If you want to succeed, you have to treat every day like a new opportunity to take action. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Motivation is overrated. It's action that creates motivation. The more you do, the more confident you become in your ability to achieve your goals. The more you move, the more momentum you build. And momentum is the key to overcoming the biggest obstacle most people face: staying stuck. When you're stuck, it feels like you're trapped. You might think, I don't know where to start, or I don't know what to do next. The key to breaking free from this paralysis is to take any action, even if it's small. Don't wait for clarity to show up. Create clarity by moving. When you take the first step, the next step will become clearer. It's like walking in the dark. You don't need to see the entire path to take the first step. You just need to take that step, and then the next one becomes visible. It's the same with your goals. Take action, and the path will unfold as you go. If you want to take massive action, you have to be willing to go all in. There's no half-hearted effort when it comes to success. You can't expect to achieve extraordinary results by doing the bare minimum. If you want extraordinary results, you have to commit yourself fully to the process. Success requires everything you've got. You can't afford to hold back, to play it safe, or to give less than your best. You have to be all in, every day, no matter what. Here's the thing. Success doesn't happen in straight lines. There are going to be setbacks. There are going to be failures. There are going to be times when you feel like giving up. But these are the moments that separate the winners from the losers. The winners don't quit. They don't let failure stop them. They get up. They learn from their mistakes. And they keep moving forward. And they do it by taking massive action. You need to be prepared to do what others won't. Most people are content to stay in their comfort zone, to keep their head down, and to keep doing what they've always done. But if you want to achieve something great, you have to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to take risks. You have to be willing to try, fail, and try again. But here's the key. You have to keep trying. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. When you take massive action, you stop waiting for the world to change. You stop waiting for the economy to improve, for the stars to align, or for the right opportunity to come along. You take the reins. You create the opportunity. You stop being a passive observer in your own life, and you become the creator of your future. That's what taking massive action does for you. It empowers you. It puts you in control. Think about the things you want in your life. The success, the happiness, the freedom, the impact. Those things aren't going to come to you by waiting for them. They're not going to fall in your lap because you thought about them hard enough. They come from taking action, massive action. It's up to you to go after what you want. You have to stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right moment. And stop waiting for the right time. The time is now. The moment is now. Your future is being created right now by the actions you're taking or not taking. To take massive action, you need to cultivate a mindset of urgency. You need to realize that time is your most valuable resource. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. So don't waste it. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. This should fuel your urgency to act. Every moment that passes is a moment closer to the life you want, or to the life you're stuck in. You decide which it will be. Massive action also means you need to set a standard for yourself. Don't settle for mediocrity. Don't make excuses or look for shortcuts. Set the bar high, and then meet that bar every single day. Don't just do what's required. Do what's necessary to push yourself to the next level. And then keep going. The key to taking massive action is consistency. You can't just take a big leap once and then expect everything to fall into place. You have to be consistent. Small, focused actions done every day are what create big results. Keep showing up. Keep taking action. And over time, you will see results. You will see your efforts pay off. But it only happens when you refuse to stay stuck, when you refuse to settle for anything less than massive action. The truth is, the world doesn't owe you anything. You're not entitled to success. It's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. But if you're willing to work for it, if you're willing to take massive action, success will find you. And it won't be a fleeting moment. It will be a lifestyle. But that's up to you. You have to take the first step. You have to refuse to stay stuck. So right now, make a commitment to yourself. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more playing small. Take massive action. Refuse to stay stuck. Refuse to let fear, doubt, or procrastination control your life. Get up. Get moving. And never stop. Your future depends on it. Number 6. Push through discomfort and build unshakable mental toughness. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits and beyond. It will challenge you in ways you never thought possible. The question is, when life gets hard, what will you do? Will you fold under pressure, or will you rise above the discomfort? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: mental toughness. Building mental toughness isn't easy, and it's not something you're born with. It's a skill, a mindset, and a way of living that you can develop over time. It requires consistent effort, discipline, and a willingness to push yourself when things get tough. Mental toughness is about embracing discomfort, not avoiding it. It's about making the choice to keep going when every part of you wants to quit. And it's about realizing that the pain you feel today is the strength you'll carry with you tomorrow. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding struggle. They didn't take the easy path. They chose to push through every obstacle that came their way. They built unshakable mental toughness by leaning into the discomfort, by training their minds to focus on the long-term goal instead of the short-term pain. You see, mental toughness isn't about being invincible. It's not about never feeling pain or hardship. It's about how you respond to that pain. It's about how you handle the pressure, the challenges, and the setbacks. When you push through discomfort, you train your mind to overcome resistance. Every time you face a challenge and choose to move forward, you build resilience. You build a mental fortitude that will carry you through any storm. The discomfort you face today becomes the strength you rely on tomorrow. It's like lifting weights. You don't get stronger by avoiding the weight. You get stronger by pushing against it. It's the struggle that builds your muscles, both physical and mental. But let's be clear. Mental toughness is not just about grinding through the hard times. It's about recognizing that discomfort is a part of the process. It's about understanding that every struggle is an opportunity for growth. Every time you feel like quitting, you have a choice. You can let the discomfort defeat you, or you can choose to rise above it and push through. This doesn't mean you won't feel pain, fear, or doubt. Those feelings are normal. What separates the winners from the losers is not the absence of fear or discomfort, but the ability to move forward in spite of them. Mental toughness is about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about staying focused on your goals and pushing forward with relentless determination, even when the road gets tough. The key to developing mental toughness is consistency. It's not about making one big push and then taking a break. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about training your mind to embrace the discomfort and to keep going no matter what. This kind of discipline doesn't happen overnight. It's something you build piece by piece by making the decision to keep going, even when every part of you wants to quit. One of the most powerful ways to build mental toughness is to put yourself in situations that challenge you. Seek out discomfort. Don't wait for it to find you. Create it. When you push yourself outside your comfort zone, you develop the mental strength to face bigger challenges. Whether it's pushing yourself harder in the gym, tackling a difficult project, or having an uncomfortable conversation, every time you step into the unknown, you become stronger. You develop the courage to face your fears, the resilience to keep going when things get tough, and the mental toughness to handle whatever life throws your way. But don't make the mistake of thinking that pushing through discomfort means doing everything on your own. Mental toughness is not about being a lone wolf. It's about recognizing the support systems around you. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or coaches, you need people who will lift you up when you're feeling down. You need people who will help you stay focused on your goals and remind you of your potential. Mental toughness is about knowing when to lean on others and when to push yourself. Another important aspect of mental toughness is learning to control your thoughts. Your thoughts are powerful. They can either propel you forward or hold you back. If you let negative thoughts control you, you'll never push through discomfort. You'll never reach your full potential. But if you learn to control your thoughts, to focus on the positive, to visualize success, you'll begin to shift your mindset. You'll start to see discomfort as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. One of the most important lessons in building mental toughness is learning to embrace failure. Too many people see failure as something to avoid, but the truth is that failure is a necessary part of the growth process. Every time you fail, you learn. Every time you fall short, you become stronger. Mental toughness isn't about avoiding failure. It's about how you respond to it. It's about picking yourself up after you fall, dusting yourself off, and getting back to work. Failure is not the end of the road. It's just part of the journey. Another key to mental toughness is emotional control. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's easy to get caught up in the emotions of the moment. But if you want to build unshakable mental toughness, you have to learn to control your emotions. Don't let anger, frustration, or fear dictate your actions. Instead, choose to respond with calmness and focus. The more you practice emotional control, the stronger your mental toughness will become. When you stay calm under pressure, you gain the ability to think clearly and make better decisions, no matter what challenges you face. Remember, discomfort is inevitable. Life will test you, it will throw obstacles in your way, and it will challenge you in ways you never thought possible. But you can handle it. You have the ability to push through. You have the strength to keep going when others would quit. Building mental toughness is about recognizing your own power, embracing discomfort, and committing to keep moving forward, no matter what. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to push through the pain. You have to endure the discomfort. You have to make the choice every single day to stay strong, to keep going, and to never back down. And as you push through, you'll find that your mental toughness becomes unshakable. You'll find that you can handle anything life throws your way. And in the end, that's what will lead you to success. Your ability to push through discomfort, to rise above the challenges, and to build a mind that is unbreakable. So the next time you face discomfort, don't shy away from it. Embrace it, use it to grow, push through it, and become the strongest, most mentally tough version of yourself. Because that's when you'll unlock your true potential. That's when you'll see just how much you're capable of. And that's when you'll finally achieve the success you've been working so hard for. Keep pushing, keep growing, and never stop building that unshakable mental toughness. Number 7, hold yourself accountable and stop waiting for motivation. You can wait for motivation to come, but the truth is, it might never show up when you need it the most. Too many people sit back, hoping that some surge of inspiration will suddenly light a fire under them. But that's not how success works. Motivation isn't something that happens to you. It's something you create. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for the perfect moment to start. The perfect moment doesn't exist. If you're waiting for everything to align, for the right mood, or for everything to feel just right, you're going to be waiting forever. Success doesn't care about perfect timing. It cares about action. You don't need motivation to get things done. What you need is discipline, and what you need even more is accountability. Accountability is what pushes you forward when motivation fades. It's what keeps you on track when your energy runs low and the excitement of starting something new wears off. If you want to see results, you need to be accountable to yourself, not to the fleeting feeling of motivation. Motivation is unreliable, it's temporary, but accountability, that's a tool you can use every day to stay focused and on track. The first step in holding yourself accountable is to take ownership of your actions. This means you stop making excuses. You stop blaming external factors like the weather, your environment, or other people for your lack of progress. You take full responsibility for where you are and where you're going. Accountability is about looking in the mirror and being honest with yourself about what you've done and what you haven't done. If you're not where you want to be, it's because you haven't done what you need to do to get there. That's hard to hear, but it's the truth. There are no shortcuts in life. No one else is going to build your success for you. No one is going to push you out of bed when you're feeling lazy. No one is going to make you sit down and do the work when you'd rather be scrolling through social media or binge watching TV. The only person who can do that is you, and it's time to stop waiting for motivation to show up. Motivation is something that comes when you take action, not the other way around. The more you do, the more motivated you'll feel. But you can't wait for motivation to get started. You have to act first. It's crucial to realize that progress doesn't require perfection. The mistake many people make is thinking that everything needs to be perfectly planned out before they take the first step. They think they need to have all the answers, all the resources, and the perfect strategy before they start. But the truth is, you don't need any of that. What you need is a decision and a commitment to yourself. When you decide to do something, you make it non-negotiable. You hold yourself accountable to follow through. even if it means working through discomfort, doubt, and obstacles along the way. Accountability is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. It's not about waiting for inspiration. It's not about finding the right moment or waiting for the perfect conditions. Success is built on the foundation of taking action consistently, even when you don't feel like it. When you hold yourself accountable, you stop relying on external factors like motivation or circumstances. You take charge of your life, and you make things happen regardless of how you feel or what obstacles arise. One of the most powerful ways to hold yourself accountable is by setting clear, measurable goals. Goals give you something concrete to focus on. Without goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly, telling yourself that you'll get to it tomorrow, or that you'll work on it when you feel more inspired. But tomorrow never comes, and motivation fades. So set specific goals that push you to take action every day. When you break down your goals into small, actionable steps, they become less intimidating, and the momentum you build along the way becomes your motivation. But setting goals is only part of the equation. You need to hold yourself accountable to those goals. This is where self-discipline comes into play. You don't need to rely on motivation to push you forward. You need the discipline to show up every day, regardless of how you feel. There will be days when you're tired, when you'd rather take a break, or when life throws unexpected challenges your way. On those days, discipline is what keeps you going. Accountability is what keeps you from quitting. One way to create accountability is by tracking your progress. When you keep track of what you've done, you can see how much you've accomplished and how much further you have to go. It's a visual reminder that you're making progress, even if it's small. This is key because it's easy to get discouraged when you feel like you're not moving fast enough. But when you can see the progress you've made, you'll feel more motivated to keep going. You'll realize that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Another powerful strategy for holding yourself accountable is to tell someone else about your goals. There's something powerful about voicing your intentions to another person. When you share your goals with someone, you create a sense of responsibility to follow through. You're no longer just accountable to yourself, you're accountable to them. Find a trusted friend, mentor, or accountability partner, and let them know what you're working on. Ask them to check in with you regularly and hold you accountable for making progress. This added layer of accountability can make a huge difference in your ability to stay on track. But here's the thing, you can't rely on others to hold you accountable forever. The ultimate responsibility lies with you. At the end of the day, it's your goals, your dreams, and your life. No one can want success for you more than you want it for yourself. And if you're waiting for someone else to push you, to remind you to get started, or to keep you going, you're giving away your power. You have to learn to hold yourself accountable. It's time to stop making excuses and start taking full responsibility for your actions. Motivation is temporary, it's unreliable, but accountability is powerful. When you commit to holding yourself accountable, you'll see results that are consistent and lasting. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about showing up every single day, doing the work, and holding yourself to a higher standard. Accountability isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent, and it's that consistency that will ultimately lead to success. Remember, no one else is coming to save you. No one is going to give you the motivation to keep going. If you want something in life, you have to take full responsibility for making it happen. Stop waiting for motivation to show up and start holding yourself accountable. Success is built on the foundation of consistent action, and the power to take that action lies within you. It's time to stop waiting and start doing. Take control of your life, hold yourself accountable, and make things happen. The results will speak for themselves. Number 8, cut out negativity and surround yourself with winners. You have a limited amount of time and energy each day. Every single moment you waste is one you can never get back. So it's crucial that you understand how powerful the people around you are. The people you surround yourself with have a massive impact on your success, your mindset, and your ability to grow. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, by people who bring you down, who drain your energy, or who hold you back, you're going to struggle to move forward. And the longer you stay in that environment, the harder it becomes to break free from it. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with winners, with people who have a positive, growth-oriented mindset, something incredible happens. Their energy becomes your energy. Their optimism fuels your own. Their belief in themselves becomes a catalyst for you to believe in yourself too. Winners don't just elevate themselves, they elevate everyone around them. If you want to achieve greatness, you need to cut out the negativity in your life and replace it with positivity and ambition. You need to actively choose to be around people who will lift you higher, not drag you down. Negativity is like a poison. It seeps into every part of your life, spreading its influence quietly but relentlessly. It can come in many forms. The people who constantly complain, the ones who criticize without offering solutions, the ones who spread doubt and fear with every word they speak. These are the people who don't believe in success. They don't believe in growth, and they certainly don't believe in you. But here's the thing, you can't let them dictate your life. You don't have to let them dictate your future. You need to take control of the people you allow into your world. This doesn't mean you have to cut people off completely, but it does mean you need to set boundaries. You need to stop allowing people who don't share your vision or who actively sabotage your dreams to have access to your thoughts, your time, and your energy. You need to stop engaging in negative conversations and instead create space for positivity, growth, and action. Ask yourself, are the people you spend your time with bringing you closer to your goals? Are they inspiring you to be better, or are they holding you back? Are they keeping you comfortable in your current situation, in the state of complacency, or are they pushing you to grow, to take risks, and to go after what you want? It's not about cutting people out for the sake of cutting them out. It's about choosing to invest your time and energy in relationships that add value to your life, that encourage your personal development, that push you to become the best version of yourself. Winners, people who think big, act boldly, and inspire others to do the same, will challenge you to do better, to think bigger, and to aim higher. The truth is, you can't afford to waste your time on negative influences. You can't afford to let toxic people steal your joy, your drive, or your focus. These are the people who will tell you that you can't, that it's too hard, that it's not worth the effort. But you don't need to hear that. You don't need people in your life who make excuses, who look for reasons to quit. You need people who show you what's possible, people who push you to step out of your comfort zone, to challenge the status quo, and to never settle for less than what you're capable of achieving. And when you surround yourself with these types of people, something amazing happens. You begin to rise to their level. You begin to think like they do. You begin to believe in what you can achieve. The conversations you have, the energy you share, the ideas you discuss, they all shape the direction of your life. If you're constantly in an environment where the conversation is about what's wrong, what's impossible, or what's not working, that's where your focus will stay. But if you surround yourself with people who talk about what's possible, who share ideas on how to solve problems, who push each other to grow, you'll find yourself thinking bigger, acting bolder, and taking more decisive steps toward your goals. Your environment is everything. If you're in an environment where negativity is rampant, where pessimism and doubt run wild, that will start to seep into your mindset, and it will be harder for you to believe in your own potential. But when you choose to surround yourself with winners, people who are optimistic, driven, and successful, you will begin to see the world through a different lens. You'll start to believe that anything is possible. You'll start to feel like success isn't just for a select few, but for you too. It's easy to get caught up in the negativity of the world. There's always something going wrong, always someone telling you why you can't do something, or why it's too difficult. But winners don't focus on the obstacles. They focus on the possibilities. They see solutions instead of problems, opportunities instead of setbacks, and growth instead of limitations. When you surround yourself with people who think like this, it becomes contagious. You start to see things differently. You start to take action instead of making excuses. You begin to believe that your goals are achievable, that success is within your reach. When you make the decision to cut out negativity and to surround yourself with winners, you're making a commitment to your own success. You're telling yourself that you will no longer tolerate mediocrity, that you will no longer be influenced by negativity. You're choosing to be part of an environment that encourages growth, success, and positivity. This decision doesn't just impact your success, it impacts your happiness, your mindset, and your entire approach to life. When you surround yourself with winners, you start to become one too. It's important to understand that the people you spend time with directly affect your behavior, your thoughts, and your emotions. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, who dwell on what's wrong, who focus on the negative, that's going to drain your energy. You'll find yourself feeling tired, frustrated, and unmotivated. But when you surround yourself with people who are passionate, who are driven, who are constantly striving for better, it ignites something inside you. You begin to feel energized, focused, and motivated. You start to believe that if they can do it, so can you. But this isn't just about having positive people in your life. It's about having people who are better than you in certain areas. People who are further ahead on their journey, who have achieved the things you want to achieve. These people will inspire you to raise your standards, to elevate your thinking, and to push beyond the limits you once thought were insurmountable. They will show you what's possible when you put in the work, when you remain consistent, and when you stay focused on your goals. So take a look at your circle of influence. Who are the people you're surrounding yourself with? Are they encouraging you to grow, to push beyond your limits, and to take action toward your dreams? Or are they holding you back with negativity, limiting beliefs and excuses? If the latter is true, it's time to make a change. Cut out the negativity, set boundaries, and start investing your time and energy in people who will help you grow, who will challenge you to be better, and who will push you to achieve your full potential. Surround yourself with winners, and you'll become one yourself. Number 9. Move your body and fuel your energy every morning. The first step to mastering your day begins long before you open your laptop or pick up your phone. It starts the moment you wake up. The way you start your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. Imagine waking up feeling energized, focused, and ready to tackle the day. Imagine feeling like you have the power to take on anything that comes your way. That's not some far-fetched dream. It's completely within your control. The key, moving your body and fueling your energy every single morning. There's a science to it. When you move your body, you activate your muscles, your mind, and your metabolism. You wake up not just physically, but mentally as well. Exercise isn't just about getting fit. It's about setting yourself up for success. It's about starting the day on a high note, preparing yourself for the challenges ahead, and boosting your energy levels so that you have the focus and drive to get things done. When you make this a habit, you start to feel more alive, more capable, and more confident in your ability to conquer anything. Physical activity has a direct impact on your brain. It triggers the release of endorphins, which are the brain's natural feel-good chemicals. These chemicals don't just improve your mood, they also help you focus, stay motivated, and handle stress. When you get your body moving, you set your mind up for success as well. You start to think more clearly, you approach challenges with a positive mindset, and you feel more motivated to take action. This is why morning movement is so powerful. It's not just about the physical benefits, it's about the mental and emotional boost that comes with it. But here's the catch. Movement alone is not enough. If you want to fuel your energy, you need to give your body the right fuel. Think of your body as a high-performance machine. A car isn't going to run smoothly on low-quality fuel, right? Well, neither will you. The foods you put into your body directly affect your energy levels, focus, and productivity. Eating the right foods in the morning is crucial for setting yourself up for success. You need to give your body the nutrients it needs to function at its best. Without proper nutrition, you're essentially running on empty, and that will quickly catch up with you. A good morning routine that includes both movement and proper fuel is essential. Start by doing something that gets your blood flowing, whether that's stretching, yoga, a quick workout, or a brisk walk. It doesn't have to be intense, but it needs to get your body moving. Even just 10 to 20 minutes of physical activity in the morning can make a huge difference in how you feel throughout the day. When you do this consistently, you'll notice a significant improvement in your energy levels, focus, and overall mood. But that's just the beginning. After you've moved your body, it's time to fuel it with the right food. You want to focus on foods that provide sustained energy and keep you feeling full and focused throughout the day. A balanced breakfast that includes a mix of protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates is key. These nutrients help stabilize your blood sugar levels and prevent the energy crashes that come from eating sugary or processed foods. A healthy breakfast sets the foundation for the rest of your day, helping you stay energized, focused, and productive. Think about it. How often have you found yourself feeling sluggish or distracted during the day, struggling to concentrate, or feeling like you're running on empty? That's a direct result of the fuel you put into your body. If you start your day with processed foods, sugary snacks, or an empty stomach, your body is going to feel the consequences. But when you start your day with a nutritious breakfast that fuels your body and your mind, you give yourself the best possible chance for success. Now let's break this down. What does a perfect morning routine look like? First, wake up with a purpose. Your morning should be about setting the tone for the day, not scrambling to get ready. Make it a priority to get up early enough to allow yourself time for movement and nourishment. Give yourself at least 30 minutes to an hour before you dive into work or other responsibilities. This time is for you to set yourself up for success. Next, get your body moving. This could be anything from a light stretch to a full workout. The key is consistency. When you commit to this habit every day, you'll start to see improvements, not just in your physical health, but in your mindset as well. Exercise gives you a sense of accomplishment right from the start, and that feeling of winning early in the day spills over into everything else you do. After you've moved your body, it's time to fuel your body with the right food. Don't skip breakfast. Don't settle for sugary cereals or fast food. Choose a breakfast that includes whole, unprocessed foods that will keep you energized throughout the day. Think about foods that are rich in protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Eggs, avocado, oatmeal, yogurt, and smoothies made with greens and fruits are all excellent options. These foods provide steady energy, keep you full longer, and help you stay focused and sharp. Now here's the magic. When you commit to this morning routine, it becomes a habit. And habits are powerful. They shape who you are, what you believe, and what you're capable of achieving. When you consistently move your body and fuel your energy every morning, you set yourself up for a productive, focused, and successful day. You feel more confident in your ability to handle challenges. You approach your work with clarity, and you perform at your best. But don't stop there. This morning routine is just the beginning. Once you've mastered the art of starting your day with movement and fuel, you'll find that it becomes easier to stay consistent throughout the day. The energy you gain from your morning workout and breakfast will carry you through the day. You'll find yourself making better choices, staying focused, and staying energized. The momentum you build in the morning carries over into everything you do. And here's the most important part. This morning routine isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about setting the foundation for long-term success. When you make movement and nourishment a priority in the morning, you are investing in your future. You are telling yourself that you are worthy of success, that you are capable of achieving great things, and that you are committed to taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally. The key is consistency. You won't see results overnight, but over time you'll notice profound changes in your energy, focus, and productivity. This is how high achievers set themselves up for success. They understand that the morning sets the tone for the day, and they treat it as the most important part of their routine. They know that moving their body and fueling their energy every morning is non-negotiable. So make the commitment today. Start moving your body every morning. Fuel your energy with the right foods. Set yourself up for success. You'll be amazed at how much better you feel, how much more focused you become, and how much more productive you are. The power to transform your day and your life is in your hands, and it all starts with the simple act of moving your body and fueling your energy every morning. Number 10, stop hesitating and start building the life you want. The time for hesitation is over. It's easy to sit back and dream about the life you want. But dreams alone won't get you anywhere. The reality is that nothing is going to change until you make it happen. Waiting for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or the ideal circumstances to fall into place will only keep you stuck. If you want a life that is different from what you have right now, the time to start building it is now. The longer you hesitate, the more you rob yourself of the opportunity to create the future you want. So stop hesitating and take action. The life you desire is already within your reach, but it requires one simple yet powerful decision: to stop holding back and start taking action. You already know what you want. You've thought about it, imagined it, maybe even written it down. But what separates dreams from reality is action. And action begins with a choice, a decision to move forward, regardless of fear, doubt, or uncertainty. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself waiting for the right time to make a move? Waiting for motivation to strike, for the perfect moment to fall into place, or for the fear to disappear? If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll never get started. There is no perfect moment. There is only the moment you have right now. The secret to building the life you want is taking one step forward, no matter how small, and doing it today. The first thing you need to realize is that there is no such thing as the right time to start. You have to create the right time by taking action. The world doesn't wait for you, and your dreams won't wait either. They will keep getting pushed further and further into the future until one day you wake up and realize that you've missed your chance. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to wait for things to be perfect. You just have to start. Starting is the hardest part. It's natural to feel hesitant, to question yourself, to wonder if you have what it takes. But the truth is, you will never know until you begin. Every step you take builds momentum. Every small action you take builds confidence. And soon those little steps will add up to massive progress. You won't have to worry about the end result right away. Just focus on what you can do today. What you do now is more important than what you will do next week, next month, or next year. The more you take action today, the faster you'll build the life you want. Action doesn't require perfection. And it certainly doesn't require everything to go according to plan. In fact, you can expect things to go wrong. You can expect failure, mistakes, setbacks, and obstacles along the way. But none of those things should stop you. The key to building the life you want is embracing those challenges, learning from them, and using them to move forward. Every failure is a lesson, and every mistake is an opportunity to grow. The more you experience, the more you will learn. The more you learn, the stronger and wiser you'll become. But here's the catch. If you don't start, you can't learn. You can't grow. You can't gain the experience you need to succeed. It's easy to think you have time. It's easy to think that you'll start tomorrow or next week. But those tomorrows and next weeks stack up. And before you know it, years have gone by. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to get started. The fear of failure, the fear of making mistakes becomes paralyzing. So the only way to break free from that cycle is to start now, even if you don't feel ready. Building the life you want is a journey. It's not a destination you reach overnight. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels like you're not making progress. The key is consistency. The more you show up, the more momentum you build. The more momentum you build, the closer you get to your goals, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Remember that every effort counts. Every action you take moves you closer to where you want to be. When you decide to stop hesitating and start building the life you want, you are choosing to take control. You are choosing to take responsibility for your future. No one else can do it for you. The people around you may have their own goals, their own dreams, but it's up to you to take ownership of your life and take the steps necessary to make those dreams a reality. It's not about waiting for someone else to give you permission or guidance. It's about trusting yourself, believing in your ability to figure things out, and having the courage to move forward despite the uncertainty. Every step you take forward is a victory. And even though it may not always feel like it, those small victories add up. The more you take action, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the easier it is to take even bigger actions. Before you know it, you'll be looking back at everything you've accomplished, and you'll be amazed at how far you've come. But you'll only get there if you stop hesitating and start building your life now. The truth is, you already have everything you need to succeed. You have the knowledge, the skills, the drive, and the ability to make things happen. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your own hesitation. The fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of making mistakes, all of these are just obstacles in your mind. You can't let them stop you. You can't let them define you. What defines you is your ability to push past those fears, take action, and keep moving forward. So how do you start? You start by making a decision. You decide that today is the day you stop waiting. You decide that today is the day you take control of your future. You decide that you're done making excuses, done hesitating, and done letting fear hold you back. It's time to take the first step, no matter how small. It's time to move toward the life you've always wanted. And remember, building the life you want doesn't happen in one giant leap. It happens in small, consistent actions that add up over time. You may not see the results immediately, but keep moving forward. Keep taking action. Keep showing up. And one day when you look back, you'll realize that the life you've been dreaming of is no longer a dream. It's your reality. But that only happens when you stop hesitating, when you stop waiting, when you stop making excuses, and start building the life you want, one step at a time. So what are you waiting for? It's time to begin, right now.